Welcome back to the fields of Perthshire, and unfortunately it's a bit cold, it's a bit windy. Got the old heated waistcoat on again, so that's certainly going to come in handy. And I've also got myself something new. So what have I got that's new? Well, nothing to do with the DEUS 2. It's a huge spade. So one thing that people commented on in the comments was when I'd said about what would people like to see a bit more of on the channel, quite a few people said they would like to see a little bit more of me reviewing various things. And one of the things that was popping up fairly often was this shovel, which is made by a company called Roughnecks. Now I bought this off Amazon and it was under £20 delivered. Comes with, allegedly, a 25-year guarantee. Now, it is a very sizable. There's my foot for comparison. I'll lie it down. There is my size 11 UK, which is 12 US, or it may be 12 UK, 13 US actually. So it's a pretty big spade, but one person who told me that this is a fantastic spade was Mr. Jethro, who invented the Jethro program. So I thought, if it's good enough for Jethro, it's good enough for me. So I'll give it a try. Because not everyone can afford to spend £80 or 100 US dollars or 160 Australian dollars on an Evolution Pro spade. So let's give this one £20, well under £20, and let's give it a try. So I know my parents will probably be chuckling away if they're watching this, because when I last showed my new spade on my channel, they were in hysterics. They said to me, "John, come on, get a grip," getting excited over a new spade. But Jethro swears by it, says it's fantastic in pasture, says it's great in ploughed soil as well. So we'll give it a try and see how we get on. So as ever, if you're not already subscribed to the channel, then please hit the button and help support my growth. So I'm out on this field directly behind me. It was ploughed several months ago. You might remember in the bottom corner of this field, it was littered when I was out about 8 weeks ago, it was littered with pottery and glass, a Victorian dump which has been disturbed. Now, there used to be an old farm out in the middle of this field as well, which appears on the maps in the 19th century, in the 18th century, but around about 1850 it disappears. So I'm hoping a little bit of history there too. As ever, there are lots of monuments and such like in and around the area. There was a Bronze Age spear found in this field by the farmer in the 19th century, and the neighbouring field there was a Bronze Age axe head found. So people have been hanging around here for the best part of 4,000 years. Hopefully they had holes in their pockets. Right, now let's go and see if we can find some treasure. Oh, and I might be joined by Martin later on for a few hours. You never know. Under 1 minute, and we're going to dig our first hole with our new spade. $80. Well, I hope it comes out in the first. Well, I have to say that was surprisingly easy. And still in there. Well, I tell you what, I'm impressed. That's a lot better than I expected. Even better would be if the first hole produces something epic. But we'll see. Oh, I can see something green right there. Well, we got a thing. We got an interesting looking thing on the first hole. So my fallback to this field, because it could well be that because of all the glass and pottery that the area I'm heading for is covered in metal junk, metal waste. So just in case, I've also got the field next door, which produced that lead mould of St Andrew, if you remember that. I suspect that's part of a buckle, I think, potentially. Looks like a leather fitting would go in there. So it was maybe like a symmetrical shape, a uniform shape. So, well, not entirely sure, but it does look like it's got a bit of age to it. I'd say a couple of 100 years old maybe. So if you know, comment below. But we're off the mark. This one is a screamer. Definite coin contender. Possible silver. Only thing is, it does seem just... Well, I did think it seemed like quite a big target, but I think it was just the way the ground was. Well, we might have a coin, which would be phenomenal because we're literally 5 minutes in. So that would be a great start, if it's a coin. Not sure, it might actually be a token. But it's coin shaped. Right, I'm going to clean this up. It could be a farm token, and if it is, I probably can't show you it because it's going to show you the name of the farm. But I'll get back to you. Not quite a coin, it is a farm token. I cannot show you the other side because it is the name of the farm that I'm detecting on. But it is from the 19th century and a way of paying your workers. And they could then spend this in the shop that was on the site. But still, it's a really nice thing. 5 minutes on the clock and a nice piece of social history. We got another one. Well, another possible token or coin. 82. Let's get you out of this breeze. Oh, gloves away. Rub that away. So, we've got a coin. Didn't sound great. Could be a halfpenny, maybe. Or it could be another token. Difficult to say at the moment. But we'll rub it up and we'll get back to you. It looks like we've got another farm token, because that's the other one. And they're a mirror image in terms of size and thickness. This one though is a bit buckled and unfortunately you can't read it, but I'm reckoning it would have said exactly the same as that. So 18 sometime in the 1800s and another little farm token. Lovely. 10 minutes on the clock. So far, definitely not disappointing. That was the field token. The other field token was only 30 feet away, and right here, a screamer. 89, bit of a stone there though. That's a screamer going away up to 90.92. So, what have we got? It's a bit of lead. A very big bit of lead. Wee bit of shape to it, but yeah, who knows? Could be any age, but certainly it's going to be at least 100 years old. And just 30 seconds later, we got another screamer again, 87. Oh, lovely soft soil, very sandy here. Again, we're right next to the river. Spade gets it out on the first again. Oh, I think we've got a silver. I think we've got a silver right there. We do. Oh, it's fallen out the imprint, but we've got a kind of imprint. There you go. 1 shilling. Look at that, it's practically pure sand. 1933. So it's going to be George V. Gorgeous George. There he is. Fantastic. Well, what, 15 minutes on the clock? We've had 2 tokens, a possible buckle, a big lump of lead, and a silver. Yes, look at that. That is in phenomenal condition. Absolutely phenomenal. George V looking resplendent as ever. And I really like these shillings, which have got the crown and the lion on the top. So 12 pence in the old days. 1933, well, maybe a pint. I think it was probably about 12, 15 pence a pint by that point. But that is a silver coin. It's going to be 50% silver. And it is beautiful. Lovely, lovely patina on it as well. Absolutely stunning coin. We're back on the silver. I think it was the last 2 digs. I was silverless. So nice to see you, George. Phenomenal. Hopefully more to come. Well, I thought to myself, it was a grunty 62. I thought it's going to be a small bit of copper, small bit of lead. And sure enough, it's a little bit of copper. But I turned it over and look at that. So we've got a little sort of interwoven, knotworky sort of pattern design. No idea what it is, no idea what it's been, but it's a thing. It's going to be at least 100 years old anyway, but could be older. If you know, comment below. Not exactly sure what it is, but it's a thing. It is a bitterly cold wind, so I'm limiting my live digs unless it is an absolute screamer of a target, something that I think is going to be a coin or silver or something else. This is a low 70s, I mean it sounded pretty reasonable, and I think we've got a lead soldier. Quite a lot of a lead soldier. But it might even be all of them. Is he in a sitting position? It's unusual for... Oh, it's a kilt. He's got a kilt on. Oh, careful. Might need to change his position there. Might be giving a wee bit too much away. But it is a little kilted Scotsman. You can just see the remnants of the red paint. And you've got a little Scottish soldier. So he's lost a foot. That looks like it's just missing a wee tiny bit, but it's got a flat bottom on it, so it looks like it would have sat just like that. So it looks to be almost completely intact. And he's probably lost the tip of his rifle. That's a lovely wee thing. I love finding lead child's toys. And a red coat soldier, probably from the 1800s, 1850 into the early 1900s, 1920s, something like that. And then they slowly started to replace lead toys with tin and aluminium. So there you go, a lovely wee thing. Fantastic. Over the moon with that. Only 45 minutes on the clock. I don't think I'm even going to make it to the area that's covered in the glass and the pottery, because this part of the field is stacked full of targets. This is a bag seal. A little post office one. Crimped P something. PPS. PFS. P something. S. Anyway. And... oh, it's Glasgow. There you go. Glasgow, city of my birth. So, Scotland's biggest city, population over 1 million, around 1 million. So yeah, post office bags recycled by farmers because they were very good at holding a lot of weight. Probably from the late 19th, early 20th century. This was a 62. We've got a silvery edge. Is it painted or is it... oh, it's painted or tinned. Oh, it's a button. I think it's a button, a domed button. Maybe military, maybe livery. Give it a wee brush. Well, it's a shame it's damaged, but yeah, probably from the late 19th into the early 20th century. But I'm sure we'll get a few more. Plenty of buttons, I'm sure, in this field. I was looking at this thinking, what is it? Is it like a key for an electric motor or something? And then it struck me. It's a bit of typeface. We got a letter S. That way, probably. So yeah, it's like a Gothic letter S. So back to front, you would put these in a wooden block. They'd all link together to spell a word or a sentence. You'd roll black ink over the top, and you press a piece of paper on top, and voila, the printing press. So there you go, nice, probably Victorian again, 1900s, but a nice wee thing. It was a squeaky little 70, and I'm reckoning it's going to be a button, but it could be a farthing as well. What have we got? Coin or button? Oh, it might be a coin. I think it is a coin. It's got that shiny look to it. Yep, it is. It's got a date 1911. So it's George V. just after the beginning of his reign. So we've got a George V silver, which is 12 pence, a shilling, and now we've got ourselves a George V quarter of a penny. Give it a little rub-a-dub. Oh, beautiful. Absolutely stunning coin. Okay, I'll finish rubbing this up off camera and then we'll get back to you. It's a lovely little coin. George V, quarter of a penny, a farthing. Now, I'm glad I've actually found one because I did a bit of research previously because I wondered when these were phased out. And apparently 1961 is when the farthing was phased out. I also wondered, where did the word farthing come from? It comes from the Old English fearthing, which means a quarter of something. A fearthing, and that's where farthing came from. Also, I thought it was 1911, but it's actually 1914, so the outbreak of the Great War. Coin number 2, and the first one was silver. Phenomenal. It's a nice one. I don't think it's a coin, but yeah, it could be a wee relic or something, so nice and conductive, whatever it is. A lovely tone. Got a little clod? No. We've got a little clod here. Well, it's green. Oh, it could be a coin, you know. Ta-ha! Honestly, how bad am I at predicting things? It looks like a very nice late head Queen Victoria with a beautiful little imprint. I think it's going to be in mint condition. I really hope I get some Turners or Bobbies, old Scottish hammered coins off this field, because I would think they would be in phenomenal condition. Look at that. Wow. That is absolutely stunning. This could be one of the best Victorias I've ever found. So close to perfection. 1898, just 3 years before her death, 1901. It is a lovely halfpenny. And unfortunately on this side, just ever so slightly a bit of corrosion around her bust and the back of her head and shoulder. But still, the late Queen Victoria, 1898, halfpenny, and probably a half pint of beer. Fantastic. What a coin. And given what the last one was, it's a contender. We're only 20 feet away. 79. Bit deeper. That's a stone, if anyone's thinking what that white thing is. Or is it? Oh, it's not. It looked like it dropped in from somewhere. Is that a bit of lead? It's a bit of lead. I swear it just appeared out of nowhere. Maybe it dropped in out the side of the hole. Trust me, I didn't throw it in, if anyone thinks that. Well, it could be a little lead farm token. Zoom in, it's definitely got marks on it. Intentional scores, I would say. Yeah, 100%. It's actually almost got like a sort of pie crusted edge as well, isn't it? Well, the marks definitely are intentional, but otherwise it looks to be fairly plain. So I've no idea on that one. If you know, comment below. Could be ancient, but you never know. We've got a doubler here. I think certainly the second one sounds good. I think the first one, well, it's not bad. 67. Listen to that. That's got to be a coin. This one first, 67. Going to have to take this spade out on quite a few different days, different fields, just to put it through its paces, because as you can see, this is a very easy digging field. So I'd like to see what it's like on pasture and what it's like on heavier clay. Well, I'll tell you what, it could be a coin, you know. A coin, it can't be a coin away down at a, what was it, 60? It's another token. That is another token. I can't really show you that side cleaned up, but it's farm token number 3. It'll be blank on this side. And I forgot to say the other 2 and this one will all be for 1D, 1 old pence. So I'll clean this up, but you can't see it unfortunately, and then we'll check out the other one. Well, it's a shame because that token is actually the best of the 3. I really wish I could show you it, but as I say, it's the name of the farm. But I can hopefully show you this, and I hope it is going to be silver, or a nice big penny would be fantastic. Still a screamer. 88, 89, even up to 91. Oh, it's not a coin, I don't believe it. It's a bottle top. It's a whiskey bottle top, I think, but it is decorated. So it might be nicely decorated. I can certainly see "and sun" on it, or "sun" on it. So, well, I thought that was going to be a dead cert for a coin. Well, it's not white horse, which is nice. What is it? So we have got Perth, Scotland. Can't quite make out the other bit. Perth, Scotland. Thurl. Thurl? Something Thurl, I think. Well, Thurl and Sons, 1820 something, I think that is. Established 1820. So I suspect it's a whiskey bottle lid. I'm going to need to have a look at that later when I get home, but so you're probably all shouting at the screen going, "John, get an eye test." But yeah, probably from the late 19th, early 20th century. So if you know, let me know. My initial thoughts were, it's a bit of aluminium. 52, it was slightly folded over, I've straightened it out, and right bang in the middle are hallmarks. So it's silver. It's got a pin fitting there, so it's been worn that way round, and it has got a kind of slightly shield shape to it, possibly even that's some sort of cross or figure in the middle, little hole at the bottom as well. So it's some sort of brooch or piece of jewellery, but whatever it is, it's silver. Well, there you go. And there you go. So, mystery, but probably going to be Victorian. Not exactly certain what it is, so if you know, let me know. Fantastic. Silver number 2. Oh, and date wise, yeah, Victorian. Probably 1800, 1900, something like that. Screamer of the day. So far, I think it's going to be rubbish, but I'm going to film it just in case. Still an absolute screamer of a 92. I think it's going to be junk though. Is that it there? It is. Well, it's green. Oh, it's a buckle, I think. It is. It's a very nice horse buckle. Oh, it's cold today. I think I wouldn't be surprised if we got a little bit of snow today. It's just got that chill in the air, and there's plenty of big fluffy looking clouds rolling in from the north and the east, which is normally where we get our snow from, that direction, when it comes. But there you go, lovely little flowery horse badge, horse buckle should I say, probably from the rains, and probably going to be what, 1800, 1850, maybe through to early 1900. Would have been almost certainly bright gold colour when it was made. But that's a nice little find, pre-tractor. And this one was in amongst a little collection of iron targets, but now it's out 89.90, sounding half decent. Maybe a clod. Oh, maybe not. Oh, it's a coin again. Well, I did wonder. Now, it could be a token. No. Maybe a spendable, actually. It is. It is. It's 1p. Oh. Well, it's still a coin. Still a coin. Right, let's give it a wee polish. It's going to be Elizabeth II. Normally these would be brown, but because this ground dropped it, because this ground is so sandy, it seems to be green. Give it a little burnish. Yeah, it's pretty toasty on that side. Can't even make a head out, to be honest. Just a couple of letters, DG, De Gracia. But that side, you can clearly see the portcullis and 1 penny. So it's going to be a spendable. Can clean that up, take it to the shops. Brilliant. 71, we've got a little bit of lead, and it might be lead with a difference because it looks like it's slightly decorated. It could be a saddler's badge. Just tease it open ever so slightly. It's got the right kind of shape to it. Haven't had one this year yet, I don't think. So, is it? Have we got any writing, decoration, or such like? There's definitely something going on there, isn't there? Well, it's a thing. I'm going to do this off camera, I think, just to see if I can tease it open without breaking it. Back to you in a mo. Well, it is not a saddler's badge, which I was pretty certain it was going to be. It is a lead medallion. You can see at the top here there is a tiny little hole, so it's been designed to be hung. Now you can see a clear nose, a mouth, a chin, shoulders. There is some writing round the edge, but I cannot read it. However, what could give us a clue is the other side, because it's double printed. Now, it looks to me like it says something along the lines of constrating in Dundee, September the 20th, 1834 or 1884. So that, folks, is some sort of commemorative medallion. 1834 and 1884, neither of those dates strike me as being either the death of a monarch or the crowning or the coronation of a new king or a new queen. 18, let me think, 18, when did Victoria, that was 1837, I think, so it's definitely a 4 at the end, so it's not her golden jubilee, it's not her silver, diamond even, jubilee, and it certainly to me looks like a man. So, over to you all, who are a lot cleverer than me, and who also have far better eyesight than me. Pause your screens, and let me know what that says. Well, it's a very interesting little find. Probably another one for the museum. Fantastic. Another probably 20 minutes to go. We've got another potential coin. Screamer of an 80. Out on the first massive shovelful. Spade has been phenomenal for under £20. It's it's a coin. It is a coin, and it looks like another nice one. So yeah, Spade's been absolutely brilliant so far. Well, that is not from this country, I don't think. That looks like... focus. Come on, camera. What's the matter with you? There you go. It's because the light's fading. That is possibly French. Centimes, I think that says in the middle there. Yes. Well, first, Liberté. and it looks to be an absolute cracker. Can't see a number there. Is it 3 centimes? 5 centimes? Oh, it's beautiful on that side. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. République Française. It is French and it's 18 something. 1880. My goodness me. Look at the quality of that coin. Unbelievable. Right, going to clean this up gently and get back to you. Wow, folks. The preservation in this field for coins is quite staggering. If I tilt it that way, you can just see it's a number 5. 5 centimes. 5 cents. Liberté, égalité, fraternité at the bottom. So, French coin from the Republic of France. The head in the middle, I'm afraid, I don't know, but I'm guessing it's probably Liberty, but I'm not 100%. It looks like there's a little inscription there, Undine, so that's probably whoever it was who designed the die, and that is the best French coin I've ever found, without a shadow of a doubt. Unbelievably good. But what is a French coin from 1880 doing in a field in Perthshire? Well, the suggestion is that French coins, Dutch coins, Spanish coins, German coins were often circulating just as everyday coins. People didn't really seem to bother that much. You could spend them, so that would probably have been just taken as a halfpenny looking at the size of it. The other suggestion is lots of actions obviously happening in Europe. You had earlier on, you had Waterloo, you had Napoleon, you had various conflicts throughout Europe, and lots of British soldiers, Scottish soldiers fighting abroad, and they would bring coins back with them. Don't know how long this was in circulation, but possibly this was still legal tender at World War I. So, a beautiful coin, absolutely stunning. Over the moon with that. That and my kilted Scotsman, I think that's finds of the day so far. We got another little button, a little domed one, slightly squished. Iron on the back, so it's kind of corroded. Bit of a mixed signal really, coming in 40s, 50s, but I dug it anyway. And yeah, probably a couple of 100 years old, maybe 300 years old, back to the Georgian period, but still, it's another find. Absolute screamer. And again, that's another hole that I dug going that way. 95, 96. It's either big silver, a bottle top, or brass. And it could be a brass buckle. Could be another horse buckle, but I mean, it could be big lead as well. Oh, it's big. Oh, it's big, and I think it's a coin. Oh, it could be a cartwheel. Oh, I tell you what, it could be a cartwheel. My first cartwheel of the year, it is. It's a cartwheel penny. It's a George III cartwheel penny, and I tell you what, this is the kind of soil you want to find a cartwheel penny in. I can already see a bit of a bust coming through. You beauty. Well, that's going to be 1797. George III. Look how chunky it is. No wonder it was an ear blower. Not even deep too. It is taking forever to dry out because it is quite moist in the air and it's pretty cold. So I don't really want to try and speed up the process, but you can quite clearly see the head of George III. You can see 111 up here. You can see Rex. So it is George III. Let's fade him in. Cartwheel penny, produced at, I want to say it was Birmingham that made these, with a new steam press. They produced them for, I think, 3 years, but they all carry the date of 1797, and they were called cartwheel pennies. So they're made of copper. On the other side, I can already see Britannia seated. The date will be down here. It's actually stamped on the rim. It's not on the line below her. But the first cartwheel penny of 2025. Phenomenal. So I hope that will clean up more when I get home. Just let it do its thing, dry out naturally, and then I'll give it a little bit of a burnish. Phenomenal. George III, 1760 to 1820, although by about 1810 his son had to take over because he had another terrible bout of mental illness and eventually died in 1820. Phenomenal. Really hard to track this signal down, took me forever. It's a little one-piece button, so it's like a little lead or pewter button, quite heavy for its size, and that's almost certainly going to be Georgian 1700s, I would say. Still got the looping, still very much intact, and it's got a very nice little design, very simple, very plain, but yeah, probably sometime around 1700, 1750, something like that. Very nice little find. I like that a lot. Really difficult to find, but it's another tiny little button. It's got the maker on it, but I cannot make it out. And you can see where the loop would have been. Just a plain one. Probably 200 to 300 years old. Quite a chunky wee thing. But it's a find. And that is us, folks. The sun is starting to go down over the horizon. I've got a 15-20 minute walk back to the car, and then half an hour to get home, 12-20 minutes to get home. So what a day from start to finish. This field is chock-a-block full of signals. I mean, I didn't even get to the bit that I wanted to get to, which is away down at the tree line in the distance. That's where all that pottery and glass was. This field, last time I was here, I was in the stubble field next door because this field was frozen, it was undiggable. And it was while walking back that I came across all the scatter of Victorian pottery and glass. Did a bit of research, figured out there was an old farm right on this field, pretty much where I'm detecting at the moment. And I just decided to start here, and it just find after find after find. And really, really exceptional. Some beautiful coins, some lovely little relics, and well, let's have a look at the best from today. And that is what you call a phenomenal day. Incredibly, that's not even a full day. I've done about 4.5 hours. Oh, nearly dropped one. I've done about 4.5 hours. And when you get a day where you need a bigger hand, that is a good day. So we ended towards the end. We got that beautiful cartwheel penny. That's going to clean up quite a considerable bit more. Lovely little lead medallion with the Dundee with the date from the 1800s. Silver shilling. Zoom you in a touch. That was Queen Victoria halfpenny. That is a stunning French coin. Absolutely beautiful. And very clear on the back. 5 centimes. Lovely. That is my star French coin. That's the best French coin I've ever found. Absolutely brilliant. We then got another silver with this little broachy bit. Tin button. Something going on there. We got my kilted Scotsman. Nearly dropped it. Oh no, I have dropped it. We got my kilted Scotsman. That's a fantastic find as well. Love that. Absolutely love that. We lead toy soldier. We got the 3 farm tokens. And we got this interesting little lead item with a very intentional scores on it. Maybe some sort of tally or token. Various buttons, spendable penny, buckle. Oh, it just goes on. Oh, and a nice little bit of typeface as well. Very good. And I did get a farthing too, which I've just dropped on the ground. Anyone got a metal detector? Help me find it. Well, that, folks, is phenomenal. So we're talking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... plus the one I dropped. I think we got 6 coins, 3 tokens, so we could call them coins, 9 coins, double silver, and a few phenomenal relics. This field is incredible. I can't wait to get back out here. And I did find it. There's my farthing, George V, 1914. Absolutely exceptional. I love this field, as I say. Absolutely love fields where you get in and you just keep finding things. There's going to be a lot more to come from this field, 100%. We're also right next to a river. The field next over is the one that produced the St Andrew's Potential Pilgrims badge mould. Also got a Roman silver denarius out the field next door as well, a very worn, I think it was Antoninus Pius. So it was from the 2nd century. So there's a lot going on round here, and I'm hoping we're going to get something pretty epic out this field if we stick at it. So I will be back out here tomorrow. I think I'll be out the day after as well, because I've got a couple of free mornings, so I'll at least be able to do 3 or 4 hours each day, and I cannot wait. Right, as ever, if you're not already subscribed, then please hit the button and help support the channel. Oh, and I should add, the spade. Well, Big Jethro did say to me I would laugh when I saw how big the blade is, because it's massive. But it was brilliant, absolutely brilliant. It's really long as well, and I'm 6'4", so having that extra when you're as tall as I am, because I actually hurt my back last week as well, so I haven't detected for like 8 days. I've been resting my back, so it was great to not have to bend over too much. So yeah, I'll put it through its tests, through its paces. This is just one of multiple days I'll be using it. Like I say, it's very easy digging. You saw how sandy the soil is. And so yeah, I'll try it on pasture, I'll try it on a clay field or a couple of stony fields and put it through its paces. But for under £20, and I don't know if you can get them in the US, but certainly in the UK they are available. Did I already say this? Well, I can't remember. But if you're not already, then please subscribe, help support the channel. Oh, dropped my spade. Right, that's me, done. Phenomenal day. Martin will be kicking himself that he didn't come out, but he'll maybe get the chance to come tomorrow or the next day. So as ever, thank you all for watching. Thank you for the phenomenal support for the channel and pushing towards 50,000. Who would have thought it? Thank you all, and thanks for watching. See you on the next one. Take care.